Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and if you're new here, my name is Edward Smith and welcome to my YouTube channel. And in today's video we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the brand new M Audio Oxygen Mini. So before we jump into things, I'd first like to ask you to please smash that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I'll also leave the link of this MIDI keyboard down in the description below if you end up being interested in getting yourself one after watching this video. I've actually been waiting for this MIDI keyboard for almost 2 months now because it's really been on a stock delay. But without any further ado, let's jump into the unboxing and see what this MIDI keyboard is all about. Okay, so when you unbox this MIDI keyboard, you get some paperwork that seems like it includes some sort of software. You just have to register this MIDI keyboard, go on the M Audio website and then just get some software. Otherwise, it's just a manual telling you a little bit more about this MIDI keyboard. We also have our USB-A connection, printer cable to USB connection to set up our MIDI keyboard. It's kind of funny that M Audio didn't go for a USB-C connection because that is just the newer type thing to do, so they've decided to keep it old school. And then we have the MIDI keyboard itself, and just to get that out of the plastic, it does look very nice, but it looks like a simple 25 key MIDI keyboard like most of the MIDI keyboards in this price range. And yes, that is the M Audio Oxygen Mini. I must say, in terms of first impressions, it is very plasticky to me. I have to say, it does feel very plasticky. It doesn't have that nice kind of plastic over the keys that you love to pull off, because that's kind of the best feelings when you unbox these MIDI keyboards. But thus far, I must say, it does look quite nice. It's nice and simple. I like a cool matte black finish, and overall for me it really looks like a basic 25 key MIDI keyboard. So the first thing that we're gonna have a look at is the back of this MIDI keyboard, and what we have is our USB connection. That is our connection from the MIDI keyboard to our laptop. We have a sustain input, which is a TS or TRS connection, and then we also have a MIDI out, which looks like it is an aux connection, which is a new addition for MIDI keyboards of this size. And then on the top of this MIDI keyboard we have a pitch and modulation wheel, we have a few faders, we have a few buttons to record, stop, all of the features that you need to kind of make your beats just with the MIDI keyboard itself, which is quite nice. We have our few knobs here, and then we have our drum pads, which feel decent, and then we have the key bed. And I must say that honestly, for me, when it comes to these MIDI keyboards, I'm not the biggest fan of MIDI keyboards that are this small because the keys are tiny. I like bigger keys, and most of these keys, especially for these small MIDI keyboards, are not the best quality. And in this case, these keys actually feel pretty good. And when I say good, I'm saying good for this size. I'm not saying good compared to a grand piano or anything like that, obviously. But I mean, for a MIDI keyboard of this size, the keys are decent quality. They don't feel terrible in terms of the touch and the feel. So that is the most important part to me. I'm not someone that uses too many of the other features when it comes to, sampling and looping and those kinds of features. I do only use the keys most of the time. I might mess around with the pitch or the mod wheel, maybe have a few drums going on in the drum pads and the drum section, but most of the time I'm using the keys, and for me that is the most important part. And for this MIDI keyboard, I must say the keys are one of the best feeling keys for this size MIDI keyboard. Now, before I conclude this video, I just want to go through 5 key things that I really think M Audio did a good job here compared to other MIDI keyboards, especially around the 25 key size, and also who I think this MIDI keyboard is best suited for. And starting off with the keys and the key feel and the key bed, I really think that M Audio did a good job here, especially for this small MIDI keyboard. The keys don't feel too small or too plasticky, and it doesn't feel like your fingers are right on top of each other when you're trying to play chords keyboards or anything like that. So for me, the keys are the best thing of this MIDI keyboard. You also have a very good build quality here that I really do like. I do think that the overall build quality, the plastic doesn't have any flex or any bend or anything like that, and the overall knobs, the drum pads, the faders, everything feels solid, so that when you throw it into a bag, it's not going to just break when you pull it out again. So the overall build quality is another good thing. I like the overall look and design of this MIDI keyboard. There's not too much going on, not too many colors, not anything like that. Yes, when you plug it in, there is quite a few colors, but that is expected. But the overall look and design with this matte black finish and just the keys, nice and simple, and for me, it's the perfect classic touch. Who do I think this MIDI keyboard is best for? For me, this MIDI keyboard is the best for someone in a small home studio setup where you don't have a lot of space on your desk. You want to have the creativity of being able to go to a MIDI keyboard and figure out notes and really create that unique sound that's in your head, but you don't have all the space for it, so you just have your MIDI keyboard on the side. Another reason to get this is if you are somebody that likes to make beats and loops and have everything working right at your fingertips. The drum pads really feel good, the keys feel good, and overall it's going to do the job for you very well compared to other 25 MIDI keyboards. And then another reason to look at this MIDI keyboard is obviously because of the price. You are going to be able to be creative for only $100, and you are not going to need too much more than this, especially if you're thinking of just keeping everything nice and compact for on-the-go travel or for your small home studio setup. So that brings this video to an end of my unboxing and review of the M Audio Oxygen Pro Mini. And just a reminder that if you're interested in this MIDI keyboard, the link will be down in the description below. If you have any questions about today's video, just leave a comment down below and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you loved it, subscribe down below, and I will see you for another video next time.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride.